Big versus Team Liquid Inferno, map number 1, and the buys are through. Liquid will be starting on the T side here. And we can see they're equipped with a truckload of utility. 2 smokes, 4 flashes, 2 Molotovs. There's no P250s in the mix right here. And all in all, for Big, they've also got a chunk of utility themselves. Tabson with some flashes in the defuse kit. Kitso jumping across mid for some early info. Going to continue that through the window room. Warning shots will dissuade him from going for another look. And well, Liquid are just spread out quite passively across the map here. One little note is Tizian towards the top of Banana on his lonesome. So Smoke at a HE used to dispel while the rest of his teammates want to pick mid late off this flash.
Forward Searson does take his glance. No one's home. Now the jewel's given. It's Keto and Elige taking a little bit of a one-on-one. Stewie peppered by the nade. Tizian continues to jiggle with the smoke grenade. The pin is pulled, and the entirety of Liquid are gathered for this commitment. Util deployed. They're going to disrespect it. It's a great flash, and Tizian doesn't get any vision. Elige will find another. Keto converted. There is one more. Lying behind enemy lines now in construction lies Tabs, and he's about to get overwhelmed. Double push. Can't be the double frag. Grim finds his first.
Oh, this
and that should be it.
How do you get back into this? They're locked out. They've already tried to push through the smoke. There's a little bit of space, but they'd have to hit 4 massive headshots, and time is the problem here. The Goosh, and away she goes. I want to see that Stewie kill. He must have been completely blind. It looked like he was just running across towards Pool with the Glock on burst fire. So a nice way for Stewie to start things. And this is a note that we didn't get to see a lot of Team Liquid's T side against Fury, right? Because they started on the CT side. We had Twist going something like 11-0. He was absolutely immortal, just cracking heads left, right, and center. Oh, there's Stewie. So the flashes come in just after that peak. So had enough of a vision to get that crosshair lined up towards the head. Big are going to go straight into this 4-spy situation. And Sirison, of course, he's going to be on that scout. I think the other day when he had 30 frags, 28, which with the scout and AWP. The other 2, one was a pistol and the other was a knife kill. So he's a ride or die sniper player in the server here this evening. And he's already under a bit of pressure.
Double nade and a Molotov will send Sirison back into the site. How do you feel about the UMP, Chad? I think it might just be the new SMG for me.
Yeah, I've always stuck on it. I think since I saw Flasher using it, I thought it was probably the one, the go-to. That armor pen against some of these head-armored opponents is quite nice.
Yeah, and that slow rate of fire, I don't know why, it just doesn't feel like it costs me anything. 2 of them out towards top middle bracket. Liquid established control. There is a bit of a big stack. 4 of the CTs here ready to receive them should Liquid commit on this, and I'm starting to get a sneaking suspicion that they are. Bombs in apps. That nade could do so much damage, but Keto's about to get pushed on. Nice catch. Naf draws blood into the site. Smoke trying to peek over his Searson. They swing though.
Oh,
the scout designed for that kind of tool. They load their mags. There is a weapon lost. Trying to contest was Naf. He does inflict great damage as he fades away. Zintara's brought down to 2. Bombs ticket.
Yeah, they all run the same flight path there, just going straight over towards Graveyard/Castle to swing onto that site, and they were all really lumped on up. So if Sirison had anything other than a scout, maybe he gets a kill or 2, but all in all, Liquid, good utility left over for that late in the round. They poshed towards top Banana, they went back towards A, they had that boiler and halls control, and then they executed with enough nades to make this work. And Stewie's the only player who went down. He even took a risk to do that, right? You saw him push through that smoke, unable to capitalize, and Stewie's one of those names that we have been mentioning quite a lot. He's been quite a high performer for Team Liquid here in the Global Challenge. Twist showed up yesterday in a big way against Fury, a team who Team Liquid have been struggling against all year. I've been pleasantly surprised by Grim. It doesn't even feel like he's out of his depths whatsoever, but we haven't seen him in that many crunch situations personally just yet, so we'll have to keep our eyes on him. And Big, well, they managed to retain a couple of their 4 sport items as well as that UMP, so they're looking hot to trot for round number 3. 2 Deagles, a P250, that UMP on the back of Tizian. Sirison's just going to be operating with that USP. And they have 4 smoke grenades, so this might be an issue of time management for Liquid. If they continue to use their utility so thoroughly, get that map control and force Big around in rotations and then regroup as a team without losing any members, I have a lot of hope for Liquid to post this 3rd cleanly. But there is always that question of time, and if you remember Overpass, they love to play some later rounds.
Look at that Tabson and Elise just both on the jiggle. Oh, just as he pulls the pin, he does spot the shoulder of Tabson. But yeah, you mentioned time, and I'll continue to address that should it become a factor. No issues just yet. Early utility deployed safely from second middle. Forces a bit of the CTs. Smokes out. Tabson still reluctant to drop his. And they're off.
Be interesting if they commit here behind this. Oh,
great shots from Tizian. They commit. They're on their way. Flash is good from Stewie, but Tizian's gone down to his teammate. 3-on-3 then. Armored pistols. Liquid cannot afford to let this one slip. They've vested heavily into this. They've got AK-47s up against just the Deagle. That's what they needed. It's just as the smoke fades. Takes off the head of Tabson. Rest should just be all formalities, and Tara's the only threat. Searson and an armored USP just hoping to perhaps catch them as they look to retreat the radius.
Oh, the timing. Twist. Oh, it's getting dicey. Alicia's low.
P250 now, and Pearson can't hit the bullets. It's Alicia. Gets away. 3-0 for Team Liquid.
All right, nice start. It wasn't as clean as I'm sure they would have liked, but carrying through these AK-47 and that Galil, it's not too bad for Team Liquid. They're going to be upgrading now and getting this one underway. Siriusson would be straight into that AWP, and there's that nade. Just a little bit poorly timed right there. But it was all going well for Big. Yeah, that TK definitely helped out Liquid. They were able to stabilize from that point, and as we get underway, it'll be the first gun round here, round number 4. Will be a defuse kit on the back of Tabson, so it shouldn't be too many dramas once we get into these post-plant situations. They're not hedging towards top banana. It's just going to be a 2-man defense towards B at the start of things from Big. More than happy to concede banana control.
Listen, first real task for him here in the semi-final, and it's a miss. Nice catch. Tara's there for the punish from Elige. We enter a 4v4 right in the opening break, and mid brackets is lost. Liquid have that control. Mission accomplished there. Now that's building block number 1. Building block number 2 appears to be long.
Wow, they've already got the bomb through to CT Arch with a minute 10 left on the clock. So unless Siriusson hits this shot, Big are losing everything right now. Team Liquid can even double back if they make this library kill.
Just trying to make it as difficult as possible. Naf's not quite hit the shots. 5 bullets left in the mag, and Tizian's been found on A. Oh dear, Tabson gone too. That's the site open for business. And Keto all the way at CT spawn. He'll just have to try and deny the ace from Elige if he can. 4 frags from him this round, and he's just picking up the AK and saving Scarperin back to B.
Yeah, that was very well done by Liquid. That arch control that they had really made things difficult for B. You could see Siriusson, after he missed that shot, had to seek back for some more information with that AWP. Elige won't get the ace. Keto denies that. And the remaining players, Twist and Grim, they think better of this. They pick up that AWP. That's on the back of Grim. And they'll just lock him in towards that bomb site. So 4 in a row from Liquid. They're looking as good on the T side as they did on their CT side last night. Max loss bonus in play for Big here. Now, Big are one of these teams very similar to Astralis, at least Astralis of old, who want to have all the goodies to operate. And when I say that, I'm talking about they want to have full sets of nades with their rifles, defuse kits, so that everybody's bought into the picture. But this is kind of just the Elige show right now as we get some of his highlights on screen. We're 4 rounds into play. Elige has 10 kills. The next closest on his team is Grim with 2. Everybody else on Team Liquid currently sitting at 1 frag apiece. And then you flick over to see Big score lines. Well, they only have a total of 7 kills between their 5 players. Tabson and Siriusson in the first 4 rounds of play yet to frag. It is early stages, but they will take one of these timeouts. And they can talk through this type of buy, Alex. This is what I was saying about Big. You wouldn't normally see them go for an all-in here, right? You'd see them just take a partial investment. Most of their players would just get some pistols and armor and play around this AK. And then in the next round, they'll be able to get that full buy. So Big tend to play on the safer side, traditionally. I'm going to be interested to see if that changes here against an opponent like Team Liquid.
I can sense the hesitance in your words there. You know they might want to try and mix it up. You spoke to Yanko before of how when matchups are less familiar for teams, you can sometimes see those a little bit more avant-garde strategies and plays pulled out of the playbook. At the moment, though, Siriusson yet to frag. Worth mentioning, he is the highest rated member of Big. And so in pursuit of glory, they'll need him along for the ride. Aggression towards Banana with a flashbang. Keto is ahead with the AK. Oh, I think he's been spotted by Stewie, though. They might be able to punish with a flash of their own. He's got banana control for now.
Yeah, Liquid are happy just to play these rounds quite slow. They haven't taken, I was going to say too much utility damage. Grim's only taken 2 points of damage within this round. And you can see they don't want to contest for this banana fight. When you know that you might be up against a lower buy situation, which is the case, you don't want to get in too many of these scraps, right? Don't take that unnecessary damage. These deagles and pistols become much more potent if you're coming in at about 50, 60 HP. One of the names of the game is allowing this AK-47 to work and find some penetration. See if they can get you an opening kill, or if you can hedge and get that gamble stack with that AK in the right place. It might be enough to lock Liquid out. 55 seconds now, continuing their jaunt up banana. They'll throw some grenades out towards the sandbag position. And they haven't actually gone for any control, so they've just feigned it. They didn't push up, they didn't clear out towards top banana. They've just thrown out some utility towards that side of the map, and, well, it looks like there is a stack from Big over towards A.
This could hurt. Oh, the flash could not be better. And it's going to translate into just the one for Tabson. Stewie taken down. The Liege cut down to half. Tizzy needs another, though, with this Desert Eagle.
15 seconds.
Balcony drop stop, getting awkward for them, but they get both of the frags necessary and time to spare. Keto was the one with the AK, and his teammates have managed to provide him some softened up adversaries. Twist on the balcony. Need a clean shot from Keto. The crosshairs, not bad. The spray, too, but Naf, better. A double from him, and Liquid remain unscathed, untouched. A T-side start. Exactly what the doctor and the coach ordered.
Yeah, this is fantastic scenes here. I think now when Sirison gets the AWP out for the second time, he has to find some impact, right? Inferno is quite a hard map for CT-sided AWPers to get away with many opening kills. Gone are the days of, JW playing close-up hauls with that quick switch CZ75 and having that combo. So it's not going to be the easiest, especially with the pace at which Team Liquid are playing. Once again, 3 players towards top banana from Big. That's going to put a lot of pressure on these 2 A defenders as they're setting up some early utility to lock in brackets. You can see Molotov over towards the top, towards quad. Some smokes in play as well. Banana control being fought for as Tizzy and Pix. He's going to call this clear. And they're actually going to rotate what looks like 2 men from that B defense. Make it 1. They've stopped in their tracks. So it's just going to be the standard 3-2 split here. 1:20 left on the clock. Liquid already have that boiler control. Haven't even had a look in towards banana just yet as they smoke off Arch. It's one piece of the puzzle. The order doesn't matter if you get mid-wall first or banana first, just as long as you end up with both. That's how the T side can make their life very, very easy. And quite passive a Big. So they don't have banana info. They don't have top mid info. They're just sitting back and hoping that they can win out with these multi-frag fights here. Centaurus has just flashed towards top mid. Molotov brackets as well.
It's one way to try and retake control of top mid. Liquid will flash through it and retake himself. 40 seconds though, and Searson's AWP does fill the feed for the first time. Elige, star player so far for Liquid. That's his second death. He's got 10 kills, 2 now for Searson as he sends them into B. There's only 2 there to defend. It's on Nubok. Tizzy and Keto established a crossfire. Flash important here. Twist. Oh, wow. Grim's just team flash Twist to oblivion. There's only 2 of them now. Up against the entirety of the Big Clan squad. It's good from Grim. It's only 1. Keto needs to die. And he has gone down. More for Naf to do, though. He hasn't got the time nor the HP. Searson. He has arrived, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final.
There it is. We said we needed some impact when he picks up the AWP for the second time, and he gets 3 kills within that 1 round. So, big contributor to Big Clan. Who would have thought? Team Liquid, their money's not looking great here. They're going to have to reinvest. They can get out the 4 AK-47s and the Galil, but most of their players are bankrupt. And here's the highlights of Sirison's impact. Stewie there trying to thread the needle, get to mid to B while that A fake was in play. But he was denied, and that meant, well, it was easy as you like, a 3-on-5 situation. Aggressive down mid. Sirison now no AWP to contend against on the other side, so he has a bit of freedom to work with. He's re-aiming this. He's ready for this, and he's not going to land the shot. He's even flubbed his nades, so it went from good to bad very quickly. But all in all, nothing is lost as there's no pressure from Liquid again. This time, it's back towards banana.
Dewey, that's a perfectly timed peek, but Tabson was ready. He had the AK ready as well. 1 shot, headshot for the CT.
Interesting to see what happens to Liquid when they start getting stalled out in these 4-on-5s, especially with Stewie, the in-game leader, taken out of the equation. Bigger keeping 3 players towards B, and it's the right call if Liquid commit off this.
Deep smokes. Furia-esque. And now they drop the smoke. Grim peeks ahead, and Searson, he's having a field day. Another multi-kill to open up the round. Liquid have been met by Searson's AWP. And that's twice he sent them packing from their initial site.
And at this point, maybe Liquid are on to save here. There's 30 seconds left, and they're already tucking themselves back in towards spawn. So, yeah, Liquid are really just trying to give themselves as many chances to be as dangerous as possible. Since that 5-round loss spree has ended, obviously their loss bonus gets reset, so it's only 1,900 in the next. These AKs will be very, very valuable. Then we have to take a look at what type of buy they want to net around this. So Searson, back-to-back impact, being able to really put Liquid on the back foot here. And if he can continue to contribute in this fashion, Liquid might need to look to change the pace, do something a bit more explosive, or carry through on these B hits earlier before he can rotate around the map like that and find this impact. You saw his nade work from Searson in that round. It wasn't great. He missed his HE, he missed his Molotov, but regardless, he gets the frags, and that's what it's all about here. So Team Liquid probably going to talk through their options here. There's about 3K on Elige after he's bought into the Deagle. Stewie hasn't invested at all, and Grim's got that CZ. We've already seen him hit a couple of banger shots with that in previous matchups. Naf and Twist have those carried across AK-47s, and you want to send them out as a bit of a pack. Oh my god, Twist has already been legged. That's not the way to start this one. Oh! He just got digged through the wall. Oh, the timing! Oh, this is falling apart.
Bomb has been planted.
He's got a smoke and a kit for this. It's very, very doable, but he's got to get past 2.
Good shot. Twist will close it though, and Liquid 6 calling a timeout straight after. I think it's a tech though. Don't think they need to talk about their tactics after returning back onto the scoreboard there. Oh, Xantares is going to be mad about that. Just switching to his nades at the most inopportune moment.
All right. Well, that one, I'm surprised to see that fall apart, especially with the opening impact from Searson, the leg shot, the frag. I think it came down to that timing, right? So I just want to talk through what Tizian was trying to do from the balcony position. When he pushed into that smoke to spam it, he was trying to make sure that there wasn't a player waiting on that type of angle to kill Searson when he rotates back, right? That's the gap. If you're an arch side AWPer, you already have limited angles. The last thing you want is to be getting harassed from holes as well. That's where your teammates are meant to be watching. So Tizian, by stepping in, putting some speculative bullets, he was meant to be applying pressure so that that type of a pick couldn't happen. Then Liquid find that, and from there, they just swing out with the perfect timing. Big, multiple occasions. You can say it's unfortunate, but Liquid, obviously, they've worked this one through. They did have to get a little bit lucky with some of those timings, but you can only kill what's presented to you, and they convert a huge round here. So for Big going forward, they should be able to get another buy going. Tizian's down to an SMG again, but he seems to be the player who operates with this in Big time and time again, right? He'll get your MP9s. This time around, he has an MP7. He'll operate with less so the team can do more. Searson has the AWP once more. We should be getting this one back underway momentarily. Can see the teams are ready in chat. So let's jump back in. Naf's been scavenged that AWP, and the AKs are back out. So Liquid are looking hot to trot here. They win this one. Well, Big are going to be in question unless they start saving a few more rifles and rounds when they're on the receiving end. Zentara's onto the AUG. Silence M4s for Keto and Tabson. Utility aplenty, and they have defuse kits to work with. They are finding the opening picks. That hasn't been the problem. Siriusson has had the AWP impact. I think that might have just been a bit of a series of unfortunate events. Oh, and the boost straight away. This is quick.
Yeah, quick, and it's ahead of the smoke. This is for the peak. Turns the flash. There's a second one, and now knocked off his totem pole. Great suppressing flashbangs from Big Clan. 3-man lean towards this side of the map. Stewie sent back a second incendiary, a third, this time provided by Liquid as they exchange.
Well, they're going for it.
And back away, Tizian into the B site. Liquid have top of banana.
They invested a lot to get this, Alex. I think it's a B hit, definitely.
I don't know, man. Legion's pulling the smoke now.
But that's all they have. If they throw this, they have to go.
A couple of flashbangs, that'll be it. Tizian with only an MP7, if he could find one frag on this line, that would be sensational. And it looked pretty damn good. Damage inflicted. Oh, he's taken them both down. Makes the MP7 look pretty damn good. Keto's caught another on the advance. Searson's arrived now, drops his incendiary, they're burning. And then Tizian with another MP7 frag, practically 3.
There's nothing left for CT. They have to cross.
Captain's gone down. Maybe they can dig their way out just with lead. Searson is in transition. He can hear Zentaris as well. Twists on that tree position. Oh, with his nades in his hands, no. Twist has missed his shots, doesn't make the same mistake twice. It's Searson to clutch now, and he can't, he gets overwhelmed. What a turnaround from Twist and Elige. Just taking raw aim duels. No utility, no problem.
All right, all right, all right. That is a big round from Liquid. Tin did so much with very little right there. So much damage, almost enough impact. Just one man standing forward with an SMG almost stopped all 5 members of Liquid from pushing into the bomb site. That Molotov, it was perfectly placed. Yeah, Twist is hitting heads again, man. His aim is back. It was just that one day the other day he felt like he had an off game, but he's been contributing these last 2 without any worries whatsoever. Just the pistols. Oh, he had a lifetime to line that one up.
The hang time on that. Grim just takes his hands off the keyboard and is punished for it. Keto, cool, calm, collects the headshot. Denies the AK, Stewie recovers that. Tizian won't be able to contribute as they battle for Keto's position.
Clear. Oh,
it isn't. So, a 4v4 is established into our 10th round. First map, second semi-final. Nade on the nose. Tizian's toes spotted. Tabson, he knows his days are numbered. Stewie takes him down, and into the B site they flood.
This is the 8th round for Liquid. They've already won the half here. Anything that they throw on top from this point is fantastic. Actually, 8 is already fantastic. It is their map choice as Naf takes Searson out, trying to be sneaky in the smoke, and it's just Zentara's left all alone. So yeah, Big aren't looking as potent as what we've seen in the past, but I do remember some of their games to the Daleks. They started slower, and then they turned things around, and there was a resurgence.
We also started strong and slowed things down. We've seen both sides of that momentum. Zentara's with a clean headshot and hoping for a second, doesn't quite manage to materialize. But yeah, very strong start for Liquid. It's undoubtable. Taking a look at the scoreboard as well, you'll notice that the fragging is being provided significantly by an even spread. Both Twist, Naf, Grim, all 7. Legion's just doubled that at the tippy top of the scoreboard. Stewie, he said he had a couple of issues with his mouse, but he's 2 frags to 8 at the moment. He's been having more issues with Big Clan. Keto, let's see this. Look at how much time he had. Just steadies his aim and makes sure that the one click to the head.
All right. Well, Big obviously have a lot to discuss within this tactical timeout they've called. It's already transpired, so I'm not sure what the adjustment would be. I was going to say maybe they bring out a secondary AWP, but it's not like the AWP has been the problem. The AWP has actually helped them in both of the rounds they won. I believe over those 2 rounds, Searson had a total of 5 kills. And he's only got 6 on the board. So his impact has been felt with the big green. Tizian leading the charge there with 7 for Keto. Tabson, funnily enough, is the lowest rated player for Big in this tournament so far. This looks like a fast A set piece from Liquid. They're changing the pace. Oh,
yeah,
no, never mind.
Info, though. He's looking for something. Oh, and on the flash, he's safe. Grim has not been spotted on the way across. there's a degree of haste to what Liquid are attempting here. Or at least it feels that way too, tucking into the apartment.
Just the indication of how many players. There's nobody even looking over towards Banana whatsoever. So Big are respecting it. They have one player towards the top of Banana with information, but they've rotated the last man back towards A. So it's going to be a 4-man A stack. Liquid are going to have to bust through this.
All right. It's not smoke and mirrors, it's just bloodshed and bruises. Tizian taking the first, taking the second, as well as they've just one by one single file out the apartment. Stewie's looking for something. Tizian on the reload court. That's his third, but he's fully flashed. Tizian contributes even more so. tabseN finishing things off. He can do so. Elige tagged in the smoke. He needs some clean headshots.
Nice shot.
Just like that. 3 kills for the German in-game leader. Puts the third on the board for Big Clan, and they needed that right here. No, yes, Liquid have won the half, starting their map pick with a banging T side, but Big Clan, this is damage control now. Got another, what, 3 rounds? You really want to close this gap. Stay competitive coming into what will be your turn to bring the fight on the T side.
Liquid are just going for a light pistol upgrade here, so a pretty conservative approach from them. They would have had enough cash to warrant a decent buy for the majority of their members. They just want to make sure they have all the goodies, pile on as many rounds as they can. Couple of Deagles, P250s, smokes, flashes, Molotov in play. So enough to work with, and well, Searson's actually been spotted. He's going to keep this honest as Tizian up close with the SMG. He's going to let the trigger fly. And Searson to save him and bail him out of that one.
Oh, it's a shooting gallery. Searson's already plugged 2. Oh, the third ain't far. Tucking into library, trying to bait them in. This does not look great for Liquid. This just seems like a formality, and there they go. They do find one with the Deagles. Elige has made it slightly competitive. Searson decides it's done.
Oh. Ugh. Pepper through the smoke. Where's he meant to go? Naf goes down. That's 4 for Big now, and tech pause caught again from Liquid. So I forgot we're not meant to talk about the game in these moments, Alex.
That's true.
This is something I'm going to have to get myself used to very, very quickly. So, anything change in your bedroom today?
Well, I mean, you reminded me to consider packing because of this long stint of time
We've been here
in Germany.
since mid-August, dude.
Mid-August. Oh my God, we've got some familiar faces. We've got ESL ladder climber, lovely tree from Michael as well.
We had Adam in the top left.
Thanks, Adam, yeah, with his lanyard collection. The sheer volume of lanyards.
I've still got mine in a drawer somewhere, and then I have like another bunch back in Australia. I think my parents are keeping them safe in the shed out back if I ever do get to return home.
Well, I've still got a bit of a wound from my Pokemon collection after all of this recent hubbub.
Oh, no.
Bloody car boot sale, wasn't it, Chad?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't. I think it was the Snorlax in there. I don't know. Round 13, though, we are seeing Xantares deploy his early incendiary to try and contain them, and Searson's there to support. Flashed off for now. Double nades don't find any particular home. tabseN, however, does catch
There
the
it
brunt
is.
and Searson finds the head of Elige. We are in to round 13, and now Liquid have to stomach a disadvantage.
Yeah, they've been watching the demos. They know the way that Elige likes to play this default. It's a hard hit to shot, a hard shot to hit, and a hard thing to say. And for Liquid right now, Alex, they're operating with only smokes, really. We're very, very... Oh, they're going straight in. It's a big explosion.
Oh, and twists. Opens up onto Keto. tabseN throwing that passive retake utility. It was almost the cue to go. Liquid run into the site, and it's wide open. Oh, this is going to make things very difficult now.
Big have a lot of nades for this retake, though. They can smoke top banana. They can get a molly towards either triple box or emo and back right. Flashes as well to set this one up. That HE lands twist is very low.
Here they go. Util deployed. Oh, it's getting awkward for Grim. Frags are good for Big Clan. Grims has to stand his ground. They're coming in from CT. Time on their side. If he could just find a couple, it's only going to have to be Grim. He's tagged to 4 HP. Just survive. He's hit a good shot. Xantares is low.
Oh, I think he's got it. There's no
Can't
time.
find it. He can't find it. He second guessed. He went towards coffins first, and he's actually lost the round because of it.
Oh, he's going to go down with the bomb as well. Nightmare scenario for Xantares. The retake was good. The utility looked perfect. The Molotov displaced the boost. The smoke towards top banana. The flashes were good. It was just Grim surviving towards the backer side. Oh, that's one that Big are going to be regretting. They weren't able to convert right there. Had enough time for the defuse. He just went looking in the wrong place. He was right near the bomb when he found that frag. Oh, yikes. That's not one that Big will be happy with by any means. Scoreline now 9-4. Second last round of play here. And, well, Liquid are going to be taking their first tactical timeout just to talk through what options they want to finish this half with. 2 SMGs, a couple of AKs, and we've got the scores on the doors for you to recount those. At the top, Elige, he's got 15 to his name. On the other side of things, it is Sirison. Started this one quiet, he now has 11. It's going to be difficult to get him to AWP in the last round of play if Big are obliterated right here, right now. And this could even have some pace to it. Liquid with these 2 SMGs, Naf and Stewie rocking those. They might want to take some fights up Banana quickly, use their utility, apply a lot of pressure.
Oh, Sirson. That's a sitting duck in Stewie. Molly does not contain him. Takes the free fight. This might incite Liquid to go a little faster now. Can smoke off Arch side. That's what Elige is holding. Very limited util here, Chad, and only a back 10 for Naf. What are they supposed to do? That smokes towards Library side.
Well, they just
Big
go.
Only got 2 to leave. This is the go. Oh, another easy frag. Tizian just lines up a multi. It's Centaurus as well, filling the feed, and Naf's Mac 10 up
close.
against the world. Yeah, he wasn't ready for that. Faffing around, looking for a weapon upgrade. It does put the 5th on for Big. If they can make it 6, 2 consecutive defensive rounds required.
Tizian's been great. I think the impact that we've seen for him on a couple of their maps, at least in this tournament alone, has been great scenes. And there's some frustration from Stewie, not happy with that. Molotov not burning Sirison out of place, and he was just a freebie at the start of that round. Hasn't been a good one for Stewie. We're talking about his impact. He only has 3 kills to his name so far, 12 deaths, 3 assists alongside of that. And the final round of play will just be these pistols. So it's a scattered by. The 2 smokes, 1 molly, bunch of flashes. Liquid are operating with very, very little here. It's a few approaches, right? You can sit back and you can just wait out all of this early utility, but Big, they're not being threatened. So unless there's pressure applied from the T side, you're just going to go through the paces, lob this out systematically. You don't give it away too early. And then if you feel that there's no threat whatsoever, you're going to wait even longer. And then when that execute comes in at that 30-second mark, you still have some Molotovs, HEs, smokes to make life very difficult. This really should be 9-6. Big have done a good job to bounce back into this. If they can use these pistols to overrun Sirison or even hit an absolute banger with a 1 dig, there's a conversation to be had that Liquid could get site control. Flash over the top, it's no good. Oh, the second one was.
That. He was checking it. As soon as he loses his vision, he pulls the trigger. The wall bang, not far off either. Naf down to 25 as he walks into
They have to go in.
They have to. And the flash ain't bad either. Sirson, Tabson, all filling the feed. Only 2 members, 9-6 imminent. And there we have it. 9 to Liquid, heading into the defense. It's their map pick. Big Clan closing the gap to keep it competitive. We'll take a break and we'll be back to see Liquid can close out their map pick.
handling bars is all I imagine. And falling from you is just magic.
But where's Zywu's frags? He's got to start posting something, but from where? What vantage point can he possibly sees he's even been flanked. Electronic looking for the cleanest finish. He's been turned on. Zywoo, no health really, but he's still hitting shots. He's already got 3 and 4 and 5 and oh my god, Zywoo! Unbelievable!
Navi hat die Knife Round gewonnen, darf dementsprechend auf der CT-Seite starten. Zywoo jetzt im 1 gegen 3, die Runde wird schwierig. Was? Zywoo mit dem Ace in 6 Sekunden. Er holt sich jeden einzelnen Klick.
Faudrait un premier contact gagnant. Le problème, c'est l'électronique dans le dos qu'on n'anticipe pas du tout. Déjà, les dégâts sont considérables. Zywoo ne va pas pouvoir s'exprimer, mais il continue malgré tout car il est doué. Zywoo qui pourrait être... Zywoo, le quadruplé impossible. Ce round n'existe pas. Non, c'est impossible.
Ждут, пока игрок из ямы подтянется. Это электроник, он видит Зайву. Просто имеет в спину. В голову, конечно, тяжело в спину попасть. Не получилось. Зайву еще и Симпла приговаривает. Еще одного приговаривает, еще одного! Как это возможно?
Ni han conseguido el plan, que tal y como están las cosas ya casi es ganar media ronda. Y lo que ha fallado el Papatronic, que ha tenido hasta 7 oportunidades para matar. Si uno ha podido con él, ahora se le la vaquilla. ¡No!
Tulos tämän pitäisi kyllä siinä tehdä tää kierros, vaikka menee vähän sprejaamiseksi eikä vähänkään. Ei kaunista Electronic. Sivo pääsee klutsit tilanteeseen! Mitä nää headshotit on? Sivo! Ässä! Ei mikä kämmi Electronicilta ja Sivo 2 sekunnin sisään tiputtaa 4 pelaajaa.
We prepare for the second half then of Inferno. As Liquid's pick, the North Americans are here on European soil, battling it out in our final event of the year, the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge. We have had 8 of the world's best in attendance already, some departures. We're in the playoffs now, top 4 remain. And Big Clan, one of the first to secure a spot. Liquid, one of the last. They are here though, and looks like smiles are on their faces. Stewie is just changing his mouse, so we'll be actually watching him finding the USB cord. I always find, Chad, it's always the third attempt, like the third direction when plugging in a USB. I can never get it right the first time. But either way, that's what we're waiting for, and it does look like we're waiting on a bum in the seat of Big Clan as well. If someone had missed that first half, Chad, how would you summarize it? A TLDW, if you will.
Oh, I think I want to say it was pretty clean from Liquid. Right? Even though it's 9-6, I think that Big had to battle to get those rounds, right? And that was through that AWP impact of Sirius, at least within the early stages. So I think that Liquid should be very happy with how they applied themselves on that T side, especially after we saw their CT side versus Furia just the other night, just last night it was. And the readies are going in chat, so hopefully we're not too far away. We want to make sure all the players are functioning at optimal mouse sensitivity. Stewie was having a few frustrations there, so hopefully it's fixed and ready and raring to go. It's good to see that he even has a spare, Alex. You should have seen the amount of times I had to try and convince my teammates when we're traveling from Australia to the other side of the world that it might be a good idea to take a spare mouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 3-mouse rule, the double keyboard, the triple, like you could have as many mouse pads as you want, by the way. I mean, I don't know anyone, some people are funny about mouse pads. I'm pretty sure I could make anything work.
Just always have a fresh one, and then it doesn't matter, right? So if you keep having, if you use your mouse, some people like their mouse pad so it gets worn down a certain amount. That's really hard to replicate. It's even climate based, right? Like we know from Malta just how humid it is, right? And the moisture gets held within the middle of the pad, the bit that's worn down the most. Like you can even have it so some people just use one section of their pad so that they keep turning it around as well and trying to use different corners. There's lots of different ways that people apply themselves.
I couldn't believe the way humidity affects a mouse pad, and I suddenly realized why Oceania struggles in FPS games. You know, like it makes dealing with Swamp Pad this whole time.
Better than Swamp Ass, I guess.
Yeah, either way, does suck. And we are getting into our second half. It looks like Stewie's got his mouse plugged in. Watch the toggle, boys. He's 3 for 13 at the moment. Fresh mouse.
30 for 13.
That's what we're looking for. Stewie 2K off the break, testing the mouse with some aggression. He charges towards second middle, and Zentares is there. Go on. 3 targets for Stewie 2K. And Elise just taking the fight to them. Liquid bringing an aggressive CT pistol, but the bomb is trapped on the ramp. I say trapped. Searson's got himself out. He can start charging into B now. Grim with the kit wants to be
There's no smoke here.
Twists will be given the chance to take these duels.
Oh,
it's great. Tizian, long range. He's finding so much impact over the course of this Inferno so far.
Bomb's going to go down, and now it's a 3-on-3. Grim has a kit, so does Naf. There's a smoke in. Oh, what?
That's lovely from Elise.
Felt like he was dropping off the logs.
Yeah, Tizian's gone too. Now that smoke kit really does make life difficult for Searson in the clutch. He's on it. He's holding it. He's only got a couple more seconds and he's already gone. Elise will find himself 4. He's having quite the game. 19 frags so far for Elise.
I wanted the superstar Elise to return, right? You think about last year, he was one of the highest rated players in the world for 2019. Now, somebody with his ability has been region locked for the better part of 2020. Now, I think my motivation would probably dip if I went one of the best players, internationally speaking, in the entire world, and then I'd have to play against the same teams day in, day out. You probably only had about 4 or 5 teams that were even competitive within the North American region. And now it's good to see Elise hitting some of that form, hitting some great shots.
The payoff, especially now he stands in a semi-final up against a team that have had such a fantastic rise to power over the course of 2020, overcoming the adversity of the year. Oh, twist, he hears them. It's a powerful angle, but Tizian's crosshair placement good enough.
And get the bomb down.
He's been so strong so far. Now he has to retake A. Naf can fall to the Deagle here.
Oh, no.
Searson stabilizing. Oh, no. Stewie. He gets away with it with 1 HP. Are they just going to save? You got to go. He's lining up a smoke.
Yeah, you're right. This is very hard. This is an actual discussion they might need to have here. Now that Molly's landed.
Oh, no. They're still pushing the issue. Grim needs to find a frag and find it now. 1 pit. Bomb's still ticking. Kits are available. You just got to find a frag and find it now. They're pushing in. It's still awkward. Grim goes on. Zentares has found it. It's a good catch from Elise. You can't find them both. And Big Clan, they get everything. Weapon upgrades and around.
Oh, dear. What a bounce back that was. Wow. Okay. It just shows the importance of that one position from Twist, right? Him getting caught off with an awkward timing there. If he doesn't get a single kill, you can see just how much space can be taken, especially with that setup. And here he comes out. It felt like maybe he was communicating, looking at his radar, doing anything but focusing on his crosshair because he really got the jump on there. They run straight out. He didn't even fire in time. So all in all, huge find for Big. And now the force buy back from Liquid. Naf gets aggressive. Unable to get the early tag. He wants to hang around for a little bit more. Early smoke towards the arch side. And Elise continues. A huge shot onto Tizian.
Oh, he can do more. Elise has found himself a double. He wants more as well. Zentares being brought down low. Great work with the hand cannon.
Oh, he's chasing.
Yes. Searson wants him. Elise gets away. Tucking in. Being hunted for everything he's worth. Oh, Keto, that's his head! He sees it, doesn't connect. It's unlucky. Down to 50, though. Twist finishes what Elise started onto Zentares. And now with the bomb down, it is an advantage Liquid, but I'm not so sure it's an advantage in the round. 1 man to the good, but bomb down and Big.
Oh.
Ooh, Keto. 2 from short.
Stewie has flashes.
It's good. Forces the fight at least. Swinging. Oh, Twist with the scout. He is sharp. Very sharp tonight.
Oh,
and he's finished with style. Twists. That is perfection. That'll put the 11th for Liquid.
Oh, he made up for that lapse in the previous. That was some fantastic shots right there. They've just bounced immediately back. But if this force by wars continue, well, this is going to be very, very tough for Liquid, knowing the CT side things cost a little bit more. Will Big want to contest this? Do they want to try and keep their foot on the throat as far as the economy is concerned? This is the Elise highlight, straight out the window room. Lovely shot. And Twist hits that scout shot.
That, man.
Oh.
Then he whips out the Deagle and finishes it off as well.
Lovely stuff.
More of that.
Bigger forced here, though. They've gone into some Galils, some scouts of their own, even an AK-47. So their buy off the back of that plant is not looking too shabby whatsoever. They might be able to wrestle this back from Liquid.
Grim. Oh, it's damaged. No one's there to dunk him. The nade's a bit too deep into logs. He lives to tell the tale of 28 HP. Oh, as I say that, Elige changes the script. A nice nade into Tabson's pocket does give them the equalizer. 4 versus 4 into the early stages.
Oh, leading up mid here with the bomb. Dangerous stuff for Zentaras, but at least they've been able to pick over towards Arch. Everything is looking clear. Sirius can even drop a smoke, but if they can get Brackets control for free without having to give away any sound cues or utility, that's a massive win. Oh, even got the tag. Elige recovers with 1. Zentaras onto the trade. Now it's just Twist stuck on A, but they're taking the bomb mid to B right now. This could be the wrong call.
Could be.
Well, they've just pushed down Banana as well. It's ring around the rosy right now. So much space is being gifted to Big.
Yeah, I think Naf's realized it's a possibility, and he's going to get more than he bargained for on the first swing.
Stewie behind!
Oh no, Tizian caught. Great reactions from Stu. Now a 2v2, and Keto and Zentaras are so low. He's letting the bomb go down, containing. And on the cross back, bit late to the react. Zentaras is on coffins. His teammate Twist is on the way in as well. He has a flashbang for the go. And he's throwing them both to no avail. Looking for Keto into the site. Twist. Very flicky. Zentaras still hits the shots, though. It would be a clutch from Stu. It would be great to see. Wow. Keto takes it from them. Wow.
Oh, the force by wars continue here. So far in this second half, it's been round for round. Liquid with the pistol, Big on the response, and then the same for the 2 consecutive. As we get into round 20, Liquid really have to ask themselves some questions here, because if they force by again, which I can tell you, as a matter of fact, they are, there are a lot of issues that happen here. Their loss bonus is only going to be that of 1900 in the next round. That's a big reason as to why that they're force buying here. But they're going to potentially allow Big to level things up, catch up in quite the fashion. They lose this, it's 11-9. They will have to take an eco. At that point, it becomes 11-10, and Big are only 1 round away from tying things up. Lots right on this round here for Liquid. 2 Famuses, Deagle, 2 CZs, a little bit of utility in a 3-man B stack, as that looks like where Big wants to finish. Early smoke towards CT. Lobbed out a flash as well. Sirison is able to force Liquid to respect that utility usage. They'll drop a defensive smoke. But Big have all 4 members right now towards top Banana, and just 1 man passive towards T-Stairs, who's corralling up with them now. So this is getting set up definitely for the B piece. They're going to explode.
And exploding in. Stewie with the first. Oh, the setup's worked out nicely. Naf drops off. Stewie on orange is being hunted, and he doesn't get anything for his position. Now alone is Naf, and it feels like Big Clan have managed to
pull the push.
Pushing the smoke. Naf takes a real Hail Mary maneuver. Oh, okay. Elige's wild spray actually knocks him off the bomb. Maybe there's something to be said about this round afterwards. The force buy will continue off the flash. It was a chance. Twist is down. It's all onto Elige. 25 frags. He's had a miraculous performance. He adjusts onto Zentaras. Well aware of the possibility. And
oh my god.
He's a god. He wants more. AK-47 required for his final fragging. And he confirms it. He knows where Tizian is. Time, though, becoming a factor. And Elige can't be stopped, can't be tamed. Has he got the time?
Got the time, Alex. Absolutely masterclass stuff here from Elige. He is looking so hot tonight.
Jesus.
How does he get that spam kill through the smoke headshot onto the plant there?
He committed to that Bama spray. On the off chance that through the smoke they're planting on that side. Let's see it again. Look at this. It's a full commitment. Spraying down, adjusting the spray, eventually a wild sporadic headshot, then swinging into Zentaras. Builds the picture in his mind and makes it so awkward for Tizian.
Oh, well, the force by wars continue here. No one with 2 consecutive rounds is Big. They want to keep the pressure on, back in themselves. Scout, Galils, Deagle, Mac-10. Liquid have been able to stabilize. They got the AK, the M4, a couple of Famuses in the mix, but the buys don't seem to matter at this point. It's just some great entries, some great plays, like we just saw from Elige right there, and Banana seems to be the early port of call for Big again. Keto dissuading them from top banana with some utility of his own. They're just dancing around their smokes as they feel like they've done enough to secure banana control. Retooling now back towards mid, back towards boiler. Might apply the pressure quickly towards A.
That's going to work nicely. There's a hit though. Lurk smoke dropped. Twist trying to find just the slightest avenue for vision. Naf has long responsibility. He will be tested here on the repeat. Searson's only got a scout. Oh! It's a perfect collateral spray down. He gets 2 on the first look. Tizian lurking in the balcony. 2 more challenging up on long. Twist gets the jewel, but Tizian gets the frag. Surely the big can't turn this one around.
Zentaris is who we should have our eyes on here. He could be flank naffing any second. Naf has no idea.
Oh, but with 20 seconds left, they have to get this frag now. Naf's checking it. Okay, now back into the server. They have to knock Elish off. They have to, and they will. Oh, what is he doing? How does he get away with that? And Elish doesn't go down.
How did that happen? They had
no
the
idea.
Perfect pincer on him right there. He's digged. He doesn't know which side to look. He even has a chance to adjust and finds 2 frags. Well, that's it. Liquid, they're the first to win the Force by Wars here in the second half. 2 consecutive rounds from them. And Big, they have to concede at this point. The fact they don't get a plant, the fact that they're unable to get that bomb down and get a few more kills means that they have to take this one as a save. And at this point, Liquid look good to post their 14th round. They can really run away with this map here. Should be the 14th. It's just a P250 and a Deagle. That's all that Big are operating with. Liquid have to convert this one. Big have conceded. As far as the economy is gone, they want to get themselves all the goodies. Next round, they will be operating with a loss bonus of 2,400. That means they can get almost everything they need. Might be a few more Galils in the mix. Stewie with a lot of space here down banana. He'll even be able to listen for some sound cues. So not only is this position good for a couple of multis as they enter back into banana, but might give the team the early information he requires. You can see 4 players over towards Arch from Big, and Naf, he's tucked in.
Okay, Naf Knight holding down long this time. It's only the one. It should be Elige's finish. They're wrapping.
This can be contained.
Yeah, they kind of just swapped. You can have our spawn, that's fine. We've got the site. Now Elish has got another frag. Just swinging in one by one. Hoping to get a couple of those jewels. Nothing really to write home about. Liquid 2 rounds away from converting Inferno.
31 for Elish now, continuing this great performance. You can see here if his teammates, well, they're not doing too shabby either. Naf with 16, 12 apiece for Grim and Twist, and Stewie, he's recovered. Look, he's had 4 kills in their second half. The first half for him was very troublesome. We do know of those mouse issues. Hopefully he can shake that off going forward. Tizian top fragging right now for Big, 20 for him. Searson hasn't had an AWP in this second half until now. Let's see what impact he can find.
Yeah, hang on, Chad. Let's see what this one looks like. Backed away, saved by the smoke. Tabson. Stewie, a bit of a jewel on banana.
Timing.
Oh, he nearly got him. Stewie gets his 8th frag, backing away. Nade softening up Keto as well for the advance. And it seems like Liquid have dumped that utility and now are all ready and willing to pivot. There is a gap on A here, and Zentaris is there to start to strike. Citizen on the way as well. They have the bomb on the back. This is a huge gap in the defenses here. Elige. Ooh.
Oh, the timing is so good.
So unfortunate for Liquid, so good for Big Clan. Oh, no. And it just like that, it changes. He's going to get them both. Can he? Zentaris adjusts. The round plays on. An AWP recovered, but only for a second. Grim takes it long range with the FAMAS.
The bomb's in the worst possible spot. Express delivery to CT spawn. The complete opposite of where it starts. And now it's just Tizian, a 1-on-3. He knows where Grim is. He'll find the first, but there's still 2 to get through. Naf and Twist are rotating over to lock this bomb down.
This? 25 seconds, though, and he'd have to be getting that bomb now. Oh, okay. Naf shatters any plans I had. 15 now for Liquid. They are speed running Inferno after breaking that force by war.
Oh dear, it looks like this one's all over for Big. They're going to have to operate in this final round of play here with very little. I think it was the 2900 coming into this final round of play, or at least round number 24. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Maybe they can bounce back, but you can just see how scrappy it is. Mac 10s, Tech 9, Deagle, Galil in the mix, and you've got yourself a bunch of utility, but they need to pull out a pocket strat. Sending 3 very fast up alt middle. Molotov towards the window room to dissuade any pushes. Fast up they go. This one looks like an all-in from Keto.
And he's actually managed to convert it. Twist is going to be a bit mad about that one. But by parking Stewie aggressive down Banana, he can gamble additional CTs. Look how fast they're already up long, though. Poor old Elige has got so much to deal with. Oh, jumping one. The Mac 10 shut down. Zantara's his next task. And Elige is passing every challenge. Doesn't have the bullets. And now Naf looking to go 1v3. Lines up the incendiary. It will punish this, and he'll burn down a little more. 50 is what he's working with. 12 for his teammate Tabson. Naf can easily convert a 1v3 here, but he's going to have to think it through.
This should be the save call, Alex. I know it takes any excitement out of the round, but if Naf goes for this, there's not a lot of money for Liquid next round. Well, he gave it a look in. Yeah, he gave it a look in. And look, I can understand it. They're looking pretty hot right now. Alicia's tearing them limb from limb. They were on the 15th round. If Naf wins that, they convert. There's massive celebrations. Let me paint you the other side of this picture for a moment. Sirius's just been given a free AWP. Big had their backs against the wall. They just went into that last round of play with a very scrappy buy. Now they've been given a bit of a lifeline. Liquid here have taken a timeout to discuss their options. We can see, if you take a look at the bottom right-hand side of your screen, Twist has the most amount of cash there, 5,300. He can buy, so can Naf. But Grim can't, Elige cannot, and nor can Stewie. So if they want to play conservatively now, sure, that's fine. Take yourself a bit of an eco. Next round, you're only going to get 1,900 in that back pocket. You're going to have some emissions going into a gun round. That's not the best place to find you in. So we're about to see how conservative Liquid want to be in pursuit of this 16th round. There's no reason they can't pull off a bit of a miracle with these pistols. We've seen them have success throughout the Force by Wars in the earlier juncture of this game. But this time, there's no smokes. There's no Famises in the mix here. It's 2 USPs, 5.7, Deagle, and that P250 for Grim. Someone's going to have to do something gross for Liquid to pull this one off. And maybe this is the man. Elige is having a real game. 34 frags.
I mean, Elige finds one, you get the rifle, you could be onto something.
Standard stuff here from Big. Not too much excitement in a round like this, unless Liquid do something crazy. We've gone for the 3-man lean. 2 of the USPs are over here. Peppering them up, but Keto, he's not going to have anything of those little flies. Just swats them away, and Grim, how long are you going to sit on that perch, mate? On top of the fountain for what felt like a lifetime, and Keto's found his 3rd in the round. The bomb will go down. 4 players on the bomb site for Big, and it'll just be these final 2, Twist and Elige, looking for some constellations, looking to see if they can rip a rifle away and carry that through into the next round of play. But this will be the double digits for Big Clan. 15-10 now. And you just have to think about their run, right? The fact that they beat Astralis and Vitality to get to this point, to put them straight through to the playoffs against Liquid, a team who weren't even considered in the ESL World Rankings top 10, right? I think they came in at 16th or something along those lines. So Liquid, with just that lack of experience on European soil in 2020, we knew that it was going to be difficult for them to compete at this level. But here they're showing us they're having no worries whatsoever. Still have to close the game, though, and that's where we might have a couple of worries. Bomb goes off. Round gets notched up on the board. Twist will hold on to the armor and that Deagle. And now Liquid can operate with a buy. So you can see that Grim only has 3,600. Maybe he'll have to go down to an SMG. Elige and Stewie, they might have to go for Famises if they want that utility. Hasn't been any problems so far with the Famises in the mix, and Stewie goes for that. Elige onto the M4, and they made the buy work. Grim with an MP9. But big win this one, and this will continue for a couple more rounds. Alex, there's only 2,400 in the next for Liquid as a loss bonus. They'll be in this cycle of lose on a gun round, take the save, then they can buy, lose, take the save. Or they could stop it right here, right now.
It's a lot of damage. Early utility wars won by Big Clan, Grim and Nav. Halved. Twist to be tested. Oh no,
Was
he's
quick.
flashed. Very quick, and he's been caught. The timing's so good. Elige looking to punish. Walking into CSGO, and he gets the
They
orb
have to
shot.
save.
They have to. They've got nothing. Should they lose these rifles, the shake of frustration, Grim unable to contribute anything as the B defender. But yeah, this round is gone. CSGO just catching Elige, the two members of A found with a fast A pop. You can see how quick that was. Twist was not ready for that.
Yeah, nice little adjustment there. And they might get another if Grim, I was going to say jumps again, doesn't need to jump again. That was quick. And they're continuing with this chase. They're sending a couple of prongs in here, rip these out of the hands of Liquid. And like I said, it will be the save again. It's just that 2,400 into the next round. Push forward, take the orb, take the Famis, give them absolutely nothing. Just found one. Oh
no, Stewie and Nav, they lose it all. They lose everything. Big's hunt pays off, and they've been sent back to the Stone Age. They're just mashing flint together and shouting, grunting. That's horrible. Liquid now concede another. This closed comeback from Big Clan is starting with a rather convincing 3.
Yeah, and just to think how they got here, right? It all was with that scrappy round up mid with Keto on the Tech-9 finding the entry. This should, once again, most likely be the 12th for Big. They have a chance here to get in touching distance of taking us to overtime. We will not see another buy out of Liquid until round 28. They've actually gone for the 5-man stack with these pistols just towards top mid, trying to contain Big from getting that bracket control. This type of a stack, I love it because it does get scrappy. If you're able to capitalize on a couple of these duels, you might be able to find yourself some rifles in a mid round, but Santara's postured forward. Big's coming up mid.
Okay, that's 2 frags on the setup. If they get one more, and they have, Twist trying to chase him, he's dinked him, he gets it. Liquid can finish on just the pistols. They walk into the death trap. Bombs loose. Twist has done enough with the double. Stewie, whatever you do, don't feed the beast. Tizian's been given the 1v1. Twist recovers an AK, and he takes the fight.